Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
A new timeline for the opening of new marijuana dispensaries in Georgia. When we're told a location and start serving customers in our area.
I'm here at the Landings in Savannah, where some of the best male tennis players will be competing at the Savannah Challenger. What we'll be seeing later this morning on these courts to make sure they're ready for game time.
And we're expecting a big announcement from President Joe Biden.
The 2024 race is becoming clearer. I'm Amy Lou in Washington with President Biden's plan to formally enter the race today.
Good morning, and thanks so much for joining us here on WJCL 22. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Frank Solkowski. Guess who else is here on a Tuesday morning?
Surprise! There she is.
Meteorologist Victoria Coquinos. And Vic, I know I see a little bit of green on the screen there behind you, and we're starting to enter that part of the week where we could see some pop-up showers here and there.
Yeah, we're already seeing a few light showers this morning. So if you are heading out the door early for your morning commute, you might run into a few sprinkles out there. We are seeing a few light showers. This is mainly north of I-16. One isolated downpour that's moving out of McIntosh County towards coastal Liberty County, and then eventually towards Bryan and Chatham County. Now we'll get a few hours of dry time as we head towards about mid-morning before that rain chance returns later on for today. So by 9 a.m. 65 degrees. It's definitely a mild start to your Tuesday morning with the mostly cloudy skies. As we head towards noon today, we're rising back towards those 70s. Isolated showers return by about 3 p.m. Not everyone will see rain for today. 1 or 2 isolated showers possible. That will continue through sunset, keeping temperatures below average once again. We'll stay in the 70s, so it's still nice and warm out there. 70s as we head through sunset. Once again, 71, and then isolated showers do return by tomorrow. Rain chances do start to increase a little bit as we head through the week. So 75 degrees for Bluffton today, mid 70s for Richmond Hill and Ridgeland, and then Springfield and Baxley will be at 75. 20% chance of rain. Rain chances on the rise throughout the week. I do have more details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Frank, Emma.
All right, thanks so much, Victoria. Well, right now, Savannah hosting some of the top male professional tennis players from all around the world.
That's where we find Arnica Carrero this morning. She's joining us live from the Franklin Creek Tennis Center, where the Savannah Challenger Tournament is underway out there. And Nakai, I know we're told that these players have a lot on the line this week.
That's right, guys. We're expecting the crews to begin to show up soon, and the seats behind me and next to me to fill up, as this could be the last opportunity for some of the best male tennis players in the world to earn points to compete, to qualify for the French Open. This tournament includes players ranked from 100 to 300 in the world, and there will be plenty of fun events happening this week during the tournament. Fans can enjoy food trucks and drinks all week long. Tomorrow will be Ladies Wednesday, which will include shopping vendors, a special menu, and access to all courts to watch the pros play. Registration will start tomorrow morning at 8:30. The Savannah pop band Tell Scarlet will hold a center court concert Thursday, and Friday will be the celebration of volunteers. In about an hour, we will start seeing the crews out here getting the court ready for the players. You're looking at video of those workers actually spraying and sweeping the courts just yesterday. The tournament director tells us they have to properly set up the court to avoid any critical mistakes.
First thing that happens when they get here bright and early at 6 a.m., they load up their golf cart with all the necessary equipment, whether it's brooms or lutes or shovels or all the things that are needed to groom the court. They agitate it. They fluff up the court surface because it's watered every night heavily, so it retains its moisture. You want a court with moisture in it, so it plays correctly. If it gets too dry, you get bad bounces and poor court condition.
This is the 13th year for the Savannah Challenger, and of course, the WJCL team will be following the tournament all week long for you, bringing you all the updates and events, and of course, the competition. Emma, back to you.
All right, from our sports girly this morning, Arnica Carrero out there. Thanks so much.
Tell you what, Nakaya didn't get the memo, but she's going to have to cover the big snake.
That snake is my favorite part of the video we have.
Oh, magic mark out there. All new this morning. A company with plans to open a medical marijuana dispensary in our area, getting closer to opening the doors. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Georgia companies are only weeks away from serving customers by late May or June. 2 companies are licensed to sell, grow, and manufacture medical marijuana oil. Each can open 6 dispensaries, and officials have said they plan to open a location in Savannah.
This morning, both of these well-known cable news anchors are out of a job. Fox cutting ties with Tucker Carlson and CNN firing Don Lemon. ABC's Lionel Moe tells us why Lemon says that he is stunned, and the person connected to Tucker Carlson who's also looking for a new job.
This morning, a new message from now former Fox News host Tucker Carlson, urging his fans to sign up on his website for text alerts to find out what he's up to next after the network suddenly announced his exit.
We have some news from within our Fox family. Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have mutually agreed to part ways.
Fox providing no reason. The LA Times reports the decision came from the top, from Fox chairman Rupert Murdoch, after months of internal turmoil. Just last week, Fox settled a defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems over false election claims for nearly $800 million, a case that implicated Carlson and brought embarrassing text messages to light, in which he called management and colleagues at Fox pathetic. A former producer on his show also sued, claiming she was bullied and subjected to sexist and anti-Semitic comments. And the LA Times reports Carlson's coverage of the January 6th attack was also concerning to Murdoch.
They were peaceful, they were orderly and meek. These were not insurrectionists. They were sightseers.
Meanwhile, at CNN, anchor Don Lemon is out.
A lot to discuss this morning. So good morning, everyone.
Lemon tweeting that he's stunned, claiming he wasn't told directly by management, but CNN says Lemon was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead released a statement on Twitter. He had faced backlash for his comments about former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley's presidential run.
Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
Lemon was suspended in February. He also denied accusations of workplace misogyny. Back to Fox, the company's stock fell after the news about Tucker Carlson wiping out $500 million in market value. Fox is also facing another defamation lawsuit from another voting system company. Smartmatic is seeking $2.7 billion. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
Well, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham requesting more than $100 million for military projects in South Carolina. He's requesting $101 million for Phase 2 of the Fort Jackson Reception Barracks and $6.5 million for the construction of a National Guard Readiness Center at Joint Base Charleston. Senator Graham is making these requests for next year. Well, this morning, U.S. military officials are working to evacuate Americans amid deadly fighting in Sudan. Soldiers carried out a daring evacuation mission to save Americans at the U.S. Embassy on Sunday, and now the Pentagon is sending Navy ships and drones near the only land evacuation route. We're told around 16,000 Americans are still in Sudan, but only dozens have contacted U.S. officials asking for help to get out.
In just hours, President Joe Biden is expected to officially announce his re-election campaign. Our Amy Liu joins us from Washington this morning to tell us more about what we can expect today. Amy.
Well, President Biden's anticipated announcement today will likely lead to a smooth path to the Democratic nomination, setting the stage for another 2020 election rematch between him and former President Donald Trump.
Why should America give you 4 more years?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
A formal announcement expected as soon as today. President Biden's re-election campaign will come 4 years to the day since his last.
We are in the battle for the soul of this nation.
His campaign focusing on his first term's legislative wins, including the bipartisan infrastructure bill and the Inflation Reduction Act to grow America's middle class.
So 2024 is the final battle.
His rival and likely Republican nominee, former President Donald Trump, whose campaign will focus on taking back the White House, appealing to voters despite his legal troubles.
It allows to divert the attention from what's going on with his legal problems and allows him to cast it as being, Democrats Democrats overextending their reach against him.
With less than half of voters favoring either candidate, according to recent polls, both must prove why they're best fit for the job.
I think a subtext here will be fitness for the job, both in terms of physical fitness and in terms of moral fitness to be the president who can lead the country into the future.
President Biden's schedule today does not have any major campaign event. He'll likely make a video announcement of his 2024 run instead. In Washington, I'm Amy Lou.
Taking a quick look at traffic for your morning commute. No incidents to report on, but a lot of people on the roadways for their morning commute towards work. This is in Beaufort County. You can see a few cars out there. Everything moving smoothly towards Beaufort and the Low Country. That's also the same story towards I-16 if you are heading towards Pooler or back towards downtown and north and southbound on I-95. So let's go ahead, take a live look outside at traffic once again. Here's a live look at State Route 26 at I-95 ramp in Chatham County. This is in Pooler. Lots of cars out there right now. Thankfully, everything moving okay. And remember, if you want to take a live look at traffic at any time during the day, you can head to our website, WJCL.com, and click on that traffic tab.